And good afternoon. Happy Monday to you. I'm Scott Swan. By law, the state superintendent has always led the State Board of Education here in Indiana. But a vote today could shift control and change all of that. Our education reporter Rich Van Wyk joins us live from the State House with more on the future of State School Superintendent Glenda Ritz.
Scott, this afternoon in the House, we're expecting a heated debate, a real war of words over House Bill 1609. This is a bill that would change authority over education. Under current law, right now, the state superintendent elected by voters is the automatic chair of the Indiana State Department of Education. That is Glenda Ritz, a Democrat. Under this proposal, a Republican proposal, the board would be allowed to elect their own chairman, and that would change some of the responsibility for education in this state. Many educators and parents are outraged that this authority would be taken away from an elected official. Over the weekend, they lit up social media with an I Stand for Ritz campaign. It's something that doesn't appear to be going away quickly. As a matter of fact, with me right now is Teresa Meredith, president of the Indiana State Teachers Association. You have approximately how many members?
We have nearly 40,000 members.
And as far as the union and those members are concerned, what is at stake here?
Well, you know, they thought that their voices were heard when they elected Superintendent Ritz. They worked hard in their communities. They brought in parents and other community members to hear about Superintendent Ritz, or at that time the superintendent-elect. And the parents seem to want something different as well. And so, though our members helped to do some of the grassroots work, she was elected by a lot of people, and they're fearing now that their vote is not going to be one that is really valid.
The union played an instrumental role in getting Glenda Ritz elected. What's the union and its supporters going to do this time?
Well, it's interesting. When you look at social media, there's so many groups out there that are doing their own thing, like the Twitter storm last night. That was created by and for supporters outside of our association. And so our association will continue to work to carry our members' voices forward here at the State House in testimony. There's a rally planned where a lot of groups are coming together on President's Day to come to the State House in support of public education. So we are just keeping folks informed and asking them to get involved as they can.
What do you think your chances are of stopping this legislation? Superintendent Ritz is the lone Democrat in a state house controlled by Republicans.
Well, I would hope that the Republicans that are in control would take a step back and really look at this to make sure it's not a politically motivated move. You know, they didn't try to do this when Dr. Tony Bennett was state superintendent, and now here we are in the middle of Superintendent Ritz's term, and they're wanting to make this change. And so, whatever the argument for making the change, it sure seems political right now.
It's an issue we'll hear more about in the next coming days. While today's vote is to get this legislation out of the House, it would still need to pass the Senate. The Senate is working on their own version of this bill. It's going to be a story we follow throughout the day. We'll tell you more about it tonight at 5 and 6 o'clock. Reporting live from the State House, Rich Van Wyk, Channel 13 Eyewitness News.
All right, Rich, thanks. We'll see you tonight.